Hey everybody, I don't know, I just did something here and I'm just trying to figure out how to get my readings back up. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I just did here. All right. I can't believe I just messed this up. My video capture is supposed to be here and oh, there I am. Maybe not. I'm not seeing myself moving. What did I do? Crap, what did I just do? I'm sorry. I might have to go and get you guys to bear with me here. Hey guys, just give me a second. I'm just having some trouble here. I don't know what I did. I'm just turning on the light. I went to start and my screens are missing because, of course, what did I do to my, all right, just one second. I messed my camera up. Just give me a second. Gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Right, just one second. I messed my camera up. So I know you guys can hear me, but you can't see me. And just bear with me. So of course, I'm here installing a whole bunch of stuff. And for some reason, I'm not sure. Okay, at least you can see me, right? I don't understand what's happening. All right. Can you see me all? I'm really sorry. I've been playing. I have a whole bunch of fun things that I've been playing with, and so I've been. Hey, Tej, I'm trying to install a bunch of new programs and a bunch of new things, and it's basically messed everything up a little bit. But anyway, it is what it is. Oh, I'm just going to drop my light. Just one second. I'm just having a time right now. My goodness, what is going on here? My lamp started falling over. Hey, everybody. My gracious. Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming and returning here with me. I just went and did some of our signs last evening. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, I'll post the link below. And so I've done all of the signs for this week for all of the different signs. However, I thought I would jump on and do a few free reads, also a couple of new announcements. So before we dive in, if you have not, or if you have forgotten, please like the video below, please, not in the chat, but in below. Make a comment also after the video, because right now it's only going to go into the chat, but make a comment, create some engagement. I don't mind answering questions down in those comments. And so, this is helping me grow in my community, and it allows us to bring powerful communication. So sometimes when you're chatting in the box there, I can't respond. I have my lovely moderators who are doing that for me. So I want you to, share this, your feedback I mean, if it's not good, that's okay. It allows me to know which way to navigate this channel. I want you to grab your favorite tea, favorite coffee, favorite beverage, an open mind, an open heart. I have some electrolytes. I need lots of them when I do these reads. I did use my tuning forks last night. I have all of the tuning forks for the chakras. And we may just do that. I have my pretty necklace with the Sun Tarot card on it. I just love it. I hope everybody can hear me okay. And so we'll do it this way. Unfortunately, I don't know how. Yeah, the tuning forks are lovely, eh? Certainly, here, get this light. Certainly like them myself. I'm sorry, it seemed like I was a little disorganized. What happened was I was working on some content. I was working on some posts. So the first big celebration, guys, I hit over 3,000 subscribers in less than a week. It just was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, because it is you guys who is helping me grow. So basically, the theme of this week, I had announced last night. The theme of this week is alignment and momentum. It seemed like when I did a collective reading last evening, there was a lot of the divine feminine deciding to walk away from the divine masculine and to do their own thing. It was very much of this is for me, and this is about empowerment, and it was just the way things had to go. So we'll check in, see what the theme is going to continue. This is basically what we didn't get to find out, what's going to come through to be added on, and maybe what I'll do is also add in, not doing each sign, but I'll do each cluster. So I'll do the fire signs, the earth signs, the water signs, and the water signs, the earth signs. Oh my goodness, I'm so out of it. The water signs, the earth signs, the air signs. Oh my goodness, I'm so out of it. I've been working pretty hard. So I don't know what's on retrograde other than Mars. All right. So first things first. First things first, I just want to light a little sage. All right, light a little sage, everybody, and do my money oil affirmation. All right, so I have my money oil. Oh, money comes to me so easily. Money comes to me so fast. Oh, money loves my company, and when money comes, it lasts. I heard this on a short son one time, and I use it all the time for myself. And I like to do it 3 times. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. When money comes to me, it comes to last. Oh. Money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. And when money finds me, it comes fast. All right. So let's check in and see what is up with the collective. I do have my little things that's on the bottom. I'm also learning how to do something else here in the chat. And so I'm just not sure if, yeah, I have it. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Oh, look at this. Um, I I have little emojis that is coming up here. So you guys are going to have to manage this, because if I keep on playing with this, we're not going to get anywhere. All right. So I am going to provide a few things for you guys. I would also like to do a little Q&A. So I would like to create this one to be a little bit more in the direction of question and answers. Instead of going in extensive readings, I would like to have a little time where we can ask some questions and let me see what comes through. And so I'm not going to do the typical readings that I do, but I want to get into, a question, Q&A. Maybe it's a question about aligning. Maybe it's a question about manifesting. Maybe it's a question about allowing yourself to be in a state of receiving mode. Maybe it's about raising your vibration. Maybe so you can understand where these can go, right? We are going to do some readings as well, but they're going to be not as extensive. They're going to be actually in the direction of no contact, what you need to know that no one is going to tell you. All right. So if that makes sense. All right. So for those, I'm going to take a moment. Let's go through the chakras, and I won't keep them on as long. Hey, Darren. I'm just tuning our chakras. So what is it that they won't tell you? I'm not letting these play for a long time, just because if I do, we'll be here for a while. I'll do a short on these for sure. So like I said, I've been working all morning on software, trying to upgrade and do some other updates on my channel and to try to get up to par. I really don't have time to do the stuff I do sometimes, but I thought I would pop on. All right, I felt that I'm a little tuned. I will do this a little bit longer where I can have a little bit more time. I just don't want to cause you guys to all to leave before we get started. So first of all, the Q&A. All right, so there must be some questions. There is, for all of you who are not aware and just jumping on, haven't been checking in a while, I've posted quite a few hypnosis. The hypnosis inner child reunites you with your specific person at the end. There is 2 specific person videos as well that has been posted. These are hypnosis, the violet flame, powerful. For those who don't want to listen to the hypnosis or to listen to my voice, I do have also some videos with just some music playing in the background, and it's kind of got a verse. The violet flame comes up on my readings often, and it's not something that I plan. It's just how it runs sometimes. And so it's important for you to understand what it means. So, question, because this is going to come up at some point. What is the violet flame? The violet flame is actually a process, and this process is an energy clearing. And this energy clearing is done in order for you to be released of old residue from karmic, from past lives, or maybe from situations that you have come to a conclusion or to a realization, and energetically you're still holding on to. You may not even be realizing that you're still holding on to it. So the violet flame is a great way for your energy to be updated without holding on to some old residue. In most cases, at some point, you may have said, oh, there is nothing more I want in this world than this. And since then, you have changed your direction or gone a different way. And that old words are so powerful may have kept you stuck in that past promise, whether it's past life or whether it's something in this lifetime. So it's really important for us to understand what that feels like to get cleared of some of that energy. And so the violet flame is a nice way to burn away that toxic residue. It will take away some good stuff too. So that's why it's really important when you're doing the violet flame that is done in a way that is allowing you to be filled with more positive light, allowing you to raise your vibration in order for you to see that nothing is ever leaving you. Everything is just aligning with what resonates for you. The negative things it's just like a radio dial. And the radio dial is just tuning your vibration into different levels. All right. All right. So Darren, Jess, Tej, a whole bunch of you. It's great to see you again here. Actually, most of all of you here. I had mentioned also last evening, for those who was with me, Tej, I believe you may have been with me. There is Cherry, of course, was there too. I will be having a specialized chat. It would be a members only. I have a members only that I have people who pay subscriptions for. And then because I already have a couple that have been already set up for about 2 years now. And then I have also what I want to supply is like my VIP. All right. So my VIP are those who are all of you guys. Basically, all of you I know are added into it. And my VIP is those who have been supportive. So usually most of you are like my moderators, and those who have been sending people to subscribe, which I found out quite a few of you have been really cheering on my channel, which I really appreciate. So for that, I am having this VIP, and so this way we'll have private type of sessions where you won't have to worry about whether or not you're going to be picked for a little reading. We'll do them definitely once a month, where I will grant you guys all a little reading for all that you do and all you help out with. And so this is just a great incentive for me to keep you guys engaging, because you're helping manage my chat while I am trying to focus on the readings. And sometimes, as we can see from yesterday, we'll have somebody who would really like to play havoc because they have nothing else better to do. So it's really great that I have that. So this is my gift to you. You don't have to worry so much about trying to win the reads. Those winning reads are offered more to those who really don't know what I do. All right. And you guys have been around enough. You really do. So, and actually some of you have hired me for private reads, so you really know what I do. So that would be like Dawn and Carol and Jessica and Tej and Cherry and Darren. I probably even could include you, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can get along there. But I have quite a few of you in Nisha, and so you guys have been really. Oh, and RK I think is another one who's going to come and join us. So. Darren, you could probably join me too. I'm sure you'll be a cheerleader. So I am going to get started. Like I said, I don't know what happened where my I don't know what happened to my real little reading things, my little mini reads. If I switch it, oh, maybe it will work now. Let me see. Let's see if it will work. Yeah. Okay. I'm frozen. For some reason, I'm frozen, but it's working. So I have something that is going on that my laptop is not doing it right. So I don't know what it is. I can't do my little signs. My picture freezes. And I think it's something to, it's a setting. It's a setting. I went to do something and I have to unset it. All right. So, all right. I'm just going to wave at everybody one more time before I kind of pop out of the chat. All right. So I'm just going to have to not be putting up any pretty pictures during our stream today. I have a different chat that I downloaded, and so even my little things are supposed to pop up. I wonder if that's why. I don't know. So I'll figure it out later. Who has the first question? I have my board. We're ready to go and take your questions or take your readings. I seen one person had asked if I would do a reading today. Who was that? Who was that? Who asked for the reading? Tej. Is that you? Tej? What was your question? Tej, are you still here? What was your question? What was your question? Do you want me just to do a no contact look into your energy? All right. All right. I'll do that. So one of the features that I was working on, I have a new chat thing so it would be able to put messages up into the video. And then also I'm working on getting my phone to actually show you the cards while I'm still on here. So I've been playing with a whole bunch of fun stuff. So I'm really excited about it. So it looks like you're trying really hard not to be in your head about this commitment. You're trying to not be looking at this as a relationship. You're really trying to get out of your head. It has a lot to do with this relationship. So you're trying to get out of your head. It's not about attachment. You're just trying not to be thinking about it. You're just like, I'm just not going to think about it. I'm just not going to think about it. And so what's happening is you are manifesting there's some challenges here. All right. And so this is how you're manifesting these challenges. When you don't want to think about somebody because you don't want to be attached, unfortunately, what you're doing is you're trying to block them out of your mind as if they're not part of the real that you're playing in your head. And so what you're doing is you're trying to focus on certain things and removing. It's just like you're taking an eraser and removing them out of your mind. And that is really beneficial when you're trying to release from you things that are no longer serving you. And so when you're doing that with somebody that you want in your world, that actually is not gonna, you're removing them as if they're negative, right? So it's confusing because of the fact that, you're saying, oh, I love them, but you are telling the universe that they're negative for you. So you are literally removing them energetically from your world. All right. You're doing this with your mind. So for those who are trying to control their energies and control themselves, we have to learn how to embrace what is really going on and then taking it and say, okay, for those who are journaling, okay, I notice that I think of this person often. I don't think it's healthy. I think it's distracting me from the things that's really important. I really need to work on why I am so attached to what's going on with this person, because this person's not in my life. And this is is it a distraction? What is it that I don't want to pay attention to? What is going on here? Maybe it has nothing to do with the person. All right. And so this is the thing. You are in a state of really trying to focus on what is good for you, focusing on your home life, focusing on your relationships. But because of the fact you're trying so hard not to be in your head, it's causing a situation where it's faded because of how you're working with your thoughts. And so, in this situation, your challenge is what you are hoping for is actually coming across as a negative, right? So move my hands out of the screen. So it's coming across as a negative. And so instead of renewal of this love, you are going through a process where you are removing this energetically from you. This person is basically your soulmate. This is your highest level soulmate. This is somebody that is trying to not be holding on to you so high. It's showing here that, you are to work with the violet flame. You are to work with the Ho'oponopono. You are to be working on your forgiveness. You are to attract this person. You are to work through what is for your highest good. But, when you are manifesting this energy, you need to not be like, oh, no, don't think about it. This is bad. This is bad. You're putting all of this energy into it. Instead, you need to see how to put this in your affirmations, how to really properly use your affirmations or your prayers in a positive way and not be so hard on yourself. You're blocking your security. You're blocking your stability in how you are manifesting. With this person, this is your highest level soulmate. And so because this is your highest level soulmate, when it comes to reconciliation, there is a distortion on your end. And this distortion on your end is coming from the fact that, you don't feel the energy of the divine feminine properly. It's a distortion right there. Divine feminine energy. Journal, write down your emotions. it's really about you stabilizing your emotions and really figuring out what's going on. You may be trying to not feel certain emotions and it scares you. Like let's look at those emotions. Don't be ashamed if you are feeling some pain. Don't be ashamed if you are feeling so I like to work with a scale. And when we're working with a scale, so if you are feeling anger, and it can come up as like suspicious or skeptical and or sarcastic, and when you're feeling that, don't be ashamed. What you have to do is just try to bring the vibration a little higher. You can't go from A to Z, and that's spiritual bypassing when you're not looking at what's the filler. All right. So if you are skeptical and sarcastic, all you have to do is bring your anger into maybe some disgust, right? Just, like aversion. We tend to avert ourselves. We tend to focus on something that's going to, elevate us instead, piggyback is another word. We tend to jump on somebody to make us feel good because you don't want to really deal with what's going on around you. So, if there is something that is, avoidance, there's something going on that you're trying not to look, that's usually inside yourself, and it has nothing to do with the other person. The other person is just distraction. That's why most of us are looking for dopamine rushes. We're looking for trying to fuel all of those little components, and we really are not knowing what we feel. Sometimes the dopamine rush is what's going to block us. So in order to get from anger to happy, you might have to go through some pain, which is going to be some sadness and some anger and some disgust. But then you'll get happy. And when you get into the form of happiness, it's naturally and it's organically. And you've done your healing. Fear is part anger, right? Like there is fear that is associated with a little bit of anger in there. Or, what about surprise? When we're in a state of surprise, that's because we couldn't always fully believe that it was going to happen. So that's the fear that we have to let go. In order for us to be really happy and then something happens and we're in a state of shock and awe, that's because there's fear that's still in there that this wasn't going to happen. And so that's why it's really important for us to really look at, how do you feel? Don't rely on me to tell you how you feel. I might be able to touch in points, but journaling is a great way for you to have those aha moments. So the advice that I have here for you that's coming up is release your ex. I don't know if my light, because it's so bright in here, I don't want to complain. There's sunshine. Release your ex. Release your ex. Don't be apathetic. Do the violet flame, do the SP, be in a state of being able to do the Ho'oponopono and just have them there. And it's like, oh, thank them for showing up. Allow them to have the peace between you energetically, and then just release them, knowing that you don't need closure. You created it all by yourself. You see, the next steps that you have to do is release those fears. Those fears, it's hard work. All right. It's hard work, but that is what you need to do, because the lesson here is to see how projections happen, how this is not even about you. This is about you mirroring somebody else. All right. So when you subconsciously are working out somebody else's energies, you really don't know who. I don't have an ex, but you have a person, right? Because you always have a person when we do these readings. An X is who it is that you're expecting to manifest that isn't manifested yet. Usually what we do is we hold on to a relationship as a blueprint. The blueprint of that relationship is usually the blueprint what we're trying to follow. When we have to release an X, we're releasing the blueprint, the expectations of what we feel that the map has to be. All right, so end result for you, what it's saying, it's time for you to do the subliminal meditations. They're going to help you to reprogram your overthinking head. They want you to get out of your head. They want your mind to be free and clear. In fact, once it's clear, then they want to go and start reprogramming you. And that is really what they're saying is the end result here. This is really about you clearing your head and having some self-care by eating properly, exercising properly, and taking care of you. Does that make sense? By the way, there's something's going to happen very soon. Do the videos. That's what they say. Do the videos. Something's going to be happening very soon. It's going to happen sooner than you think. All right. Who's next? Who is next? Does anybody else have any more questions regarding, pick my mind. You'd be surprised at what I know. I'm just writing down times. Help me find you guys. All right, guys. What happened to everybody? Did you jump on, jump off? Where are you? I know Jess said that she would be in and out. Where's everybody else? I got only 3 of you here. Oh, everybody left me? Darren, did you leave? Sherry, you still here? Yeah, I figured you were still here. You got a question, Sherry? I know you had a reading last night, but is there a question you would like me to touch on? All right, you're saying yes, but I hope you're going to tell me what that question is. Or are you assuming I'm going to guess? Time frames are really a challenge to predict for anybody. And why is because time alone is an illusion that we create. We create in this reality a sense of holding on to time with a clock stating this is what's happening at 4 o'clock. But our past and our future and our current state is all happening at the same time. So why don't I do this? I'm going to look at asking the universe, using the cycle of the moon. If the moon is used as days, if there is a way that we can be given information on the time frame. I do know that the card that I pulled out is there is a soulmate for you. And this person is going to feel like a reunion. Somebody that is really familiar with you and somebody that you already have some fond memories with. And you are not consciously aware of who they are. All right, so I've got 5. You're kind of in denial when it happens, though. So the 5th moon of the year. And the 7th day after this moon, there is a connection with you and this person. So the 5th moon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th day. The 5th moon and the 7th day. There would be definitely contact with this person. Now, can you make it happen sooner? You'd be surprised at what you can do when you program yourself. And how that happens is we all have the ability to do those things with our mind. We all manifest, right? So when you're reprogramming your subconscious, you're actually, that's why time itself is something really hard for anybody to really predict. They can say this situation's going to happen, but you can't really give a timeline. It could be 3 years from now, or it could be 2 weeks from now. Timeline, like I said, when I put my intent to work with the moon cycles, they put every card upside down except for the ones that came up. Hey, how are you, Carol? We're doing a Q&A. We're asking questions, but nobody's really asking me questions, so I'm just talking about stuff. So hopefully, Cherry, that answers your question. The 5th moon, 7 days after the 5th moon of this year. Do you have a question, Carol? We're doing a little Q&A as well. And let me see here. Oh. All right. So I don't know how this works. I don't know how this works. I might miss out in the chat. Do we surrender constantly? course, it would be you to challenge me with something I have to even try to ask the universe for an answer myself. I really have to think about that one. Well, Carol, if you want to know, I did the same yesterday. I think it's what the collective is doing. It was just like no reason whatsoever. It was just like, I'm done. I can't explain it. I just went, oh, I'm done. I'm done. So, how and why that happens is because this really is about you taking back your energy, you taking back your power, and you actually knowing that if the universe has got everything aligned, everything is not, you don't have to work for anybody. This is really about how you are being served. And, you can be done having this experience and then creating a new experience if you wish. It's all it is, right? And so, because I thought, oh, I have my experience. I'm done because there's nothing more that's going to come from this. I'm like, I'm not going to stay here. Like, this is it. Oh, I want another experience. And that was it. That's how it goes. All right. Sorry, I got to go back to your question. Do we surrender constantly? All right. To answer your question, for you, you are going through a cycle of needing to be completed. You're surrendering. It's not that you have to constantly surrender, but you are constantly feeling the need to surrender because you're resisting actually completing a cycle that needs to be completed. Does that make sense? You see, you're on this journey of wanting truth. And so now that you got your truth, now that you got all the answers, you're just sitting in this energy and you're not moving on from it, right? You're thinking this is it. Just like what we were just saying before I even pulled the cards. Really, this is something that you are actually having to do. I brought this up last night when I was doing the DM and DF part of the reading. Look for last night's reading and just click on the one for the DM DF if you don't want to go and do all the videos, even though they're so great. So if you check that out, you'll see that is something that is going on. It was either in the collective or in the DF. And I'm pretty sure it was the DF who was saying, I'm done. I'm done. It might have been in the collective. I'm not sure. But one of them was, I'm done. And it's not that they are done because they're running, but it's like, I'm ready. What's more? Like, I ate my dinner. My dinner was great. It was a great juicy hamburger. I'm not going to sit here and stare at my plate and wish my burger would come back because I ate it. All right. So now that I ate my burger, what is left for me is, maybe tomorrow I can have another dinner. Do you see what I mean? So when we're manifesting and we are making our hamburger and then we eat our hamburger, we still have to go through the process of understanding we are actually consuming our hamburger. And once the hamburger is done, we're not thinking about it anymore. And the next day, we're not thinking about it all day long. In fact, when it's time, you just create a new hamburger. All right? So this is really about you understanding about you. You're responding to them. And it's time for you to take back your power. It's time to pull back your energy. And that's exactly what I was just sitting there at work and I just thought, it's time to pull back my energy. It's time for me just to pull back my energy. It's not to manipulate anybody. It's not to make anybody do anything. It's just time for me to realize, what do I want? I had my hamburger. Maybe there's some heartbreak. Maybe there is some grief. Maybe, just maybe there's some pain. And that's okay. That's okay. Because if you are having something that's supposed to be so wonderful and so blissful and there's still all that pain, it can't be the best that you're going to get yet. You know, is that what you want? To be saying, this is amazing, I'm in so much pain? You're not supposed to be doing all the work. All right? It's a form of self-abuse. It's a form of, I am walking around looking for somebody who is going to use me for their state of ego boosting, projecting, and I'm going to take it all because I'm too nice, and I'm going to allow them to do that to me. Why? They think we're pathetic. They think that we are not valuable. They think we're not worthy. No, they actually don't get it. It's subconscious. All right. So don't look at them doing these things intentionally to you. What it is exactly stagnation. You know, you've done it, you've accomplished it. Where did it get you? All right. So, So this is the thing. This is what happens when you get into alignment. If you're concerned about them going and finding something better, that's only because you're not even allowing yourself to be where you are. You know, if you're concerned that, you know, like, if you're concerned that they can't see what a prize you are, it's probably because you're hiding the fact that you are such a prize. And of course, if you're acting, you know, like, oh, please pay attention to me, I'm sitting here just waiting for you because I have nothing better to do. You know what? That's actually going to really be clear. You are not allowing yourself to be authentic, to allow yourself to see that you are valuable, that you are basically powerful, trustworthy, beautiful, and you have the ability to be amazing. You don't need somebody to prove that. You don't need somebody to validate that. And you know what? In most cases, they don't even see that because of the fact that they're too busy of trying to figure out how to have space from you, that they haven't had a moment to really realize who you are. Like, you don't have to convince them to like you, because we like dopamine fix, all of us. So if they don't want to eat you as a hamburger, they want to go and eat pizza instead, or maybe a salad because they're on a diet and they don't want to go and consume any calories. You know, these are all choices that people make. There is absolutely soulmates, karmics, and twin flames have an energetic pull. And there are times when with twin flames, when you are reaching outside of you, that energy in them will pull them to a different direction. It's subconscious. They don't even know why it happens. And so when it happens, when they start running because they're afraid or scared or however it goes, but when it happens, has nothing to do with you being flawed. It has nothing to do with you not good enough. It has nothing to do with you not important enough, because it really has a lot to do with your manifestations, right? If you are looking at them validating you, you're obviously not choosing yourself, and you're saying, please choose me for me, because I am not able to choose myself. Choose yourself. Choose yourself. You're holding on to someone who's not choosing you. And if you're holding on to someone that's not choosing you, it has nothing to do with you making this choice purposely. It has a lot to do with subconscious. And the subconscious has a lot to do with maybe a distortion on how you were raised. Maybe your home life made you feel that pain is love. All right. Maybe this is the norm for you. This is what love feels like you. This imbalance in relationships, unrequited love is, you mirroring your childhood where you were always seeking to feel loved. And so this is what's familiar to you. This is why we talk about, they're your mirror. And as long as there is work to be done, because when twin flames come together, that work will be showing up. And then once that work is being presented to you, they have to go and do their thing, because you're showing them stuff too. And they're going to go and do their thing. You're going to go and do your thing. And it's not for you to run off to somebody else. It is for you to look at, oh, look at that. That was there. I didn't see that before. Well, now that I'm looking at the pink elephant in the room, my apartment is a little crowded with that pink elephant here. I need to address the pink elephant in my room so it will leave. Because the pink elephant is not going to leave until you address it. Until you say, all right, pink elephant, I'm looking at you. I think me and you have to have a talk so you can leave. And the pink elephant says, we're not going to go anywhere until you are ready to face why I'm here in the first place. You're almost there. And that's the thing. The question that you are asking, do you have to always surrender? Do you always have to constantly surrender? You only have to constantly surrender when you are on a journey because of your soul, and your soul wants to expand, wants to follow through your purpose, wants to come out on the end of being truly happy, then what is it that makes you unhappy? If somebody answers, oh, I don't have enough money, why? Because I see lots of people out there who's got lots of money. If you don't have lots of money, why? Do you spend it too much? Do you pay for things that is not important to you? Do you not choose wise choices with money? And you're saying, no, I just can't earn it. Why? What blockages are there? What types of ways do we program ourselves? These are called limited beliefs. I've been making videos and I'm trying to make more. And that's why if I'm not on here all the time, it's because I'm working on these to help you. So that you can be able to work through those limited beliefs and be able to attract money and love and whatever it is you want. Because if you are attracted to a person who will not give you any form of emotional connection, any form of attention, any form of satisfaction at all, that tells me there's a void in you that you're looking for somebody to validate. If you had all of that and it's no longer there, that is something else. That is like, okay, I had this wonderful love, but you're stuck in the past. How can you get yourself present? You know, for me, I suffer from limerence. And because I suffered from limerence, I tend to not allow myself to be actually present in relationships. I needed to have a fantasy in my head in order for me to be able to be in it, because it was a trauma response. It was just a way for me to feel that dopamine high, because I felt like a deer stuck in the highlights, in the lights in most cases. If I was attracted to them, or I just felt so disconnected, I was just like, yeah, why am I even here? So it was just a confused way of my interactions. But that was just a way that I created. He's wonderful with words, but I need to stretch. Carol, if I remember correctly, without even going back over these cards, you're so close, but remember, there is something you have to go back and fix from the past. You know that, right? You're not going to have emotional satisfaction until you do. And that's just because of the residue from past life. There is some clearing work that has to be done. And that's come up a few times when we've talked about it. If you tap in with your intuition, you'll know what it is. He struggles with being present. Maybe you do too. Maybe you do too. You may not be aware of it because it's subconscious, just like he's not. We can tend to blame the other person because it's subconscious. When it's our own block, we don't see it. Everybody else sees it, but everybody else will see it but you. And I think that you don't see how you struggle with being present because of the fact it is something to do with past life. So it's kind of like an energy that you need to clear. Not something that's happened to you, but an energy. All right? So I'm only showing like 2 people online. Gosh, I'm talking about stuff that's really helping people really understand their relationship dynamics. And this would be something that they would really probably benefit from listening to. So, any more questions that we can look at? Merkaba activation. Oh, it says no. Nope. All right. So, Merkaba activation. No. Yeah, for some reason. No from Merkaba activation. Maybe it's your Merkaba being activated that's causing you your problems. Maybe it's your light that's making you not see what's in the dark. All right. Anybody else have any questions? I'm going to go and do a collective read. All right. So let me go and do a collective read. And what is it? 105.37. All right. So I'm getting here for the divine feminine. The divine feminine is focusing on their happiness. They're focusing on their joy. They're focusing on whatever that is that they can celebrate with. They're focusing on what is positive in their life. They're focusing on how they can make their days most pleasant. They are doing everything to not be paying attention to what their masculine is contributing or has contributing to their life. They're just being appreciative of the journey. They are being given thanks to the journey. They're like doing the Ho'oponopono, where it's kind of like, oh, I'm so grateful this happens in my life, but I'm good now. I'm good. I'm gonna be happy right now. And so, I don't need them to show up to tell me that I am beautiful or successful or abundance. In fact, I don't need anything from them. I don't need anything from them. And so the situation that is coming up is that it's not that they are being disconnected. They're not in denial of their feelings. So they know that there is more that could be happening here, that in some ways it just seems that there's, I'm just looking at my sounds. It's just not in denial, but there's more that could be happening for them emotionally. My mics weren't showing. So it's important for the divine feminine to say, all right, ooh, there's timestamps, reactions. Just 1 second, I'm playing around with the chat. All right, my chat is messed up. So it's not that they're not disconnected, but they really want to know, check in, how do they feel? How do they feel on their own? How do they feel living their life? They don't want to be, depending on the masculine to be who they are, because they're doing all this work. Why should they allow somebody else to judge who they are? The challenge here is they have the community, they have their happiness, they have everything they need. This is a challenge. If the challenge is really, what your external fluence is, you have people who are supporting you, who are showing you how to get in touch with your emotions. You don't need anything outside of the divine masculine. You don't need anything outside of yourself, including the divine masculine. You have realized through other means how to feel good. This person was a big leader for a long time in your life. You allowed this person to be the center of your happiness. And unfortunately, it was a big challenge for you to overcome, is that you were only limited to what they were willing to give you. That's it. And so because of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the potential of a reconciliation for those who are in no contact is basically going to be in a state of compassion. It's going to be in a state of absolute love, not attachment, but love. And true love exists. And so the reconciliation is, whether or not you ever get back together, it doesn't matter. You love them. They loved you. It doesn't have to be anything else. You've accomplished what you were trying to do. You know, the advice that you were to see, that this has nothing to do with just your inner control or holding back your reaction, but seeing that, why are you reacting to anything? Why are you being so patient? Why are you being so submissive to someone else? The action is, stop trying to fix this. Stop making adjustments for this relationship. What needs to change? You are always trying to figure it out. Stop. Stop doing it. It's not your job. Stop doing it. Your lesson here is the victim mindset, the insecurity, the ability to not hold up proper boundaries, and that you were not allowing yourself to be contained, and instead you were allowing them to steal your light, pull away all the energy from your vibration, not willing to give anything back. This may have seemed that the outcome was, a lot of self-pity, a lot of grief, a lot of blame. Oh, woe is me. How did I get here? But the other end of the stick is you do the work and you will have emotional satisfaction. You're going to have emotional stability. You're going to have whatever it is that you wish for. Because what you wish for means you're not in alignment with it. If you're grieving, why are you in alignment with that? Why are you so heartbroken and so sad for somebody who was not worth a tear that you shed, who was not willing to give you a time or a chance to really see you thrive? If they did not hold you up on a pedestal and make you feel like you were the potential of who you really are, then why is it that you would do the same for them? Why would you keep on trying over and over again to hold them up as if they were so special? This is the thing. Don't be afraid to sparkle. Don't be afraid to know that they needed you. They want you. And that means hold your head high and understand, if these tables were turned, and if that was you treating them that way, and you would say, oh no, I would never do that. Absolutely. Who would you treat that way? Would you treat somebody that you cared that way? So if they cared about you, how would they treat somebody that they don't like? Right? So this is the thing. It's subconscious. They may be kind, they may be wonderful, they may be charming, they may be exceptional in every which way. But there's past life energy that is throwing a loop here. There is something here that you are manifesting that has nothing to do with you and them. And this is what we're talking about. what is coming up is because your souls were aligning with something that is so powerful. It's bigger than you and them. And this is time for you to come to a situation of saying, oh, there's more work for me to do. Not on myself, not to improve myself, but to make sure I am ready so that when I have an opportunity again to be in a position where there is love, where there is a chance to be with my person, I am not going to have old past lives interfering here. And if that person is choosing to be in alignment with me, I'm not going to be doing the work for them either. Maybe this is time for them to grow, to expand. Maybe you are raising your vibration and it's time for them to raise themselves up to find you. Just allow it to end. All right, guys. Sorry I got so deep. Questions and answers are coming up. Oh, let's do an angel card for the collective too. Angel card for the collective. This came up last night, 15:15. All right. So this is the big break. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going. Have fun when performing your task, and the most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. Ooh, I like 15:15. Love it. Take advantage of your big break. All right. So, any more questions? If not, I'm going to go right back to what I started doing 5 o'clock, up at 5 a.m., working hard, trying to create for you. I really have to get around for a walk and just stretch my bones a little bit. But I do have so much more I'm here to offer for you. I have a meditation I am working on, and I'll post this as well. If you haven't checked it out, I really like the inner child meditation. It was my recent one that I had posted. Check it out. I will suggest, I'm going to try to see if I can put it in the end card after I post this. Just check it out. The inner child meditation would be a good one. I will see you tomorrow. Carol is, by the way, Carol, you may have missed it. So I'm going to be having a VIP chat, and I'm also going to be having my members only. So we're going to be doing more of not having the whole public that would be involved in that. The members only would be those who pay for a membership, and there's some who are included in that. And then we have the VIP, which is those who have been supporting a journey and being my cheerleaders and helping others subscribe and taking care of things. So I'm going to be having where there will be privileges for people. So look for those too. Yeah, inner child meditation. It's a really good one. I'll post the link in a bit as soon as I let this go. All right, everybody. I will check all of you out later. Thank you all for joining me. And so just to remind everybody here that this is last night I did all of the signs for this weekend or this week's readings. So check out all the signs. If you haven't had a chance, go back to the one last night. I'll put the link down below. I hope all of these readings or messages resonate with you. This was more of a Q&A, getting into more what's going on. And so if you did enjoy this, please like. You are helping me to support my channel, and this is allowing me to provide more content for you. Let me know in the comments, not in the chat, but in the comments below, what spoke out most to you. What was it that you loved about what I talked about? I love hearing your stories. I love connecting with each of you. Also, turn on your notifications in case there is a possibility you could miss a good live or a video that I'm posting. And this way you'll never miss a session or a video that may come up. And so I thank you all for being here, being part of this journey with me. And until next time, take care of yourself, stay aligned, and remember, you are the star in your story.